Welcome to the today's webinar session brought to you by Santa Clara University and Shiksha Study Abroad. This is an informative session on engineering courses available at Santa Clara. And before I move further, I would like to introduce our presenters today, Sandra, who is an Assistant Director for Admissions, and Stacy Tinker. And beyond that, I would like to make a request to every participant that in order to ask the question, please use the Q&A box. And in case if you want to ask questions directly to our presenters, you can always use your raise hand button on your screen and click on that and we'll unmute you and you will be able to talk to our presenters directly. Now, I'd like to hand it over to Sandra and Stacy. Please go ahead and all the best.
Hi, my name is Sandra Johu. I'm the program manager for the Santa Clara University Grad School of Engineering. And we are the, Santa Clara University located in Bay Area in California. And we have different programs for our different graduate program for our students. I will go over the different engineering departments that we offer, engineering program that we offer, and the different program options, also the tuition fees and the deadline and the contact information. The Santa Clara University is founded in 1851. It's one of the oldest degree university institution in California. We have like over close to 2,000 undergrad engineering. The graduate program is a network that we have. Is our students are like 80% of our students work in Silicon Valley. These are like the 6 top companies that hire our students. Definitely, you can see, Google is on the top. So is the rest of all the other companies are part of top hiring company that hire our students. So it's very marketable position and marketable area to be in. And our classes are very convenient, like early in the morning or evening time, like sometimes Saturday classes. So very convenient for you to take. And we are in the quarter system and either 2-unit courses or 4-unit courses. And we have three academic years, like fall, winter, and spring. And for the part-time is 4 units, for the full-time is 8 units. So we have a lot of flexibility in completing the different courses. And you can take 2 courses per quarter, it's up to you. So, and then we also have an MS. Let me see. We have like, you could like either MS or the PhD. We have like over 100 graduate level courses each quarter that we are offering. So new courses are added every quarter. The classes are very, very one faculty to 15 student ratio, sometimes even less or a little bit more, depends on the class. And we are like in-person classroom, in-person classes. We don't have online courses at all. So you learn more and that. So the newest building on campus is a SCDI building. It's like a STEM building on campus. So it's like, it has equipment, all the latest, equipment facility, we have like a teaching lab to research lab. So it's amazing. It's a brand new building. It's like one of the best on campus. And we have like 40 full-time faculty, 85 part-time, and like 935 graduate students, 992 undergrad. Most of alumni live here in Northern California and work here in California, in Bay Area. So these are like different engineering departments that we offer. And you can see aerospace to the robotics, to the computer science and engineering. Those are the very, I can say like high demand majors, So these are a lot of research opportunity around campus and off campus in bioengineering to civil engineering to computer engineering. So different type of the opportunity for you to here on the campus and off campus research. And then for graduate engineering options are like PhD, definitely, and then definitely master program and the professional certificate and open university, four different types of programs that you can get into. And then for the PhD, we offer in computer engineering, electrical, and mechanical. The requirement for PhD is 72 units, and that you need to have a master and a bachelor, at least 3.0 in order to graduate. And the admission requirement is very simple, online application, transcript, or either like a WES or ECE for international transcript, GRE, letter of recommendation, and statement of purpose. TOEFL is I think we are waived for the from India, so you don't need to submit TOEFL or else. And for the MS degree, we program 10. We offer 10 programs, such as applied mathematics, bioengineering, civil, computer science, electrical, engineering management, mechanical, software engineering, power system and sustainable energy, and robotics automation. So robotic automation is our latest program that we have. And you need to have at least 46 units to graduate. The application is very simple also. It's complete the online application, official transcript, like from either like a WES or ECE, GRE, and TOEFL is waived. So we have different professional certificate options that you can transfer into the master after you finish completion the certificate. And we have option for the open university for the working professional. If they don't want to pursue that or commit to the degree, this is an option for them. This application requirement is very simple to like online application and transcript, that's it. And the tuition fees are like the $90 for the application fees, $1,121 per unit for the tuition. And the rest of them are like student fees. And definitely the non-refundable enrollment deposit fee is $300. So currently we are accepting application for the winter 2023 and the spring 2023. Here are the deadlines. It's September 7th is for the winter. And
if I can jump right in, Sandra, okay. I know you're at the questions towards the end. We have a question that came through, and I would like to just share that live with everyone because it might be very helpful. So our first question is, if I did an graduate degree in electrical and electronics major with 4 years experience, I would like to know if non-CS students are eligible for the MS in computer science in spring of 2023. And I will also like to know about the GRE requirement. So the answer to your question is that we accept non-CS students for the Masters of Computer Science and Engineering. Please keep in mind that there are some foundation courses that are required prior. So we want to make sure that you've had calculus, that you've completed 1 full year of programming, whether it's in C or C++, Python will work just fine. We want to make sure those are the basic foundations that you have. Now, there are 7 in total, and we can share with you with that at the end, but the main 2 courses we would want to see is 1 year of programming, and also that you've completed a year of calculus. Another question, it has the MIS program, which this program is with the School of Business. So if you was to go to Santa Clara University website and go to the graduate school, Levy School of Business, that program offer the MIS, Masters of Information Systems. The third question I have, the admissions requirements or the eligibility. all of our 10 programs at this time, with the exceptions of the Masters of Computer Science and Engineering, requires, the Computer Science and Engineering, requires the GRE. All of our other programs, our 9 programs that Sandra listed in the presentation, you can petition to waive. Right now, our Computer Science and Engineering program requires the GRE. Those that have a degree that is outside the United States are required to submit their mark sheets to either WES or ECE. And once we receive those documents, your mark sheets would be attached to the WES. So you would not be required to submit, your transcripts in addition to the evaluation. So your mark sheets will already be attached, and that will complete the application process. So it's very easy. It's an online app. Depending on what program you're applying to, may have a couple of questions you might have to answer, like the engineering management and leadership, I believe, have like 3 questions. We do not require recommendation letters. We do not require, there are a couple might have a statement of purpose, and that is, again, engineering management and leadership, possibly aerospace, and the energy, power system.
Power system and sustainer.
Yeah. So it's pretty short. I don't think it may take no more than maybe 10 minutes to complete the online app. You can always reach out to Sandra or myself if you have any questions regarding the application process. We're pretty much online 5 days a week or all day. So we see your emails come through and we will answer them. So we will kind of guide you through the application process so you feel comfortable in doing so. I don't know if there's any other questions.
Yeah, we can pick few of, there's still a few of the questions left in the Q&A box. So
okay,
I'm gonna pick few of those questions, and you might help me with all the answers of these queries. Okay.
Of course, no problem.
One of the very common question which I can see is, what are the scholarship chances at Santa Clara?
Your evaluation of your mark sheet is very, very important. And so we are able to review and look at all the classes that you've taken, right? So your mark sheets are evaluated by WES or ECE. You picked either one. And then we evaluate that along with your GRE, if the GRE is required. For an example, computer science, engineering requires the GRE. So, I mean, a strong applicant can, our GPA system is a 4.0 scale. So it's really important that you come through with a strong undergrad degree. Okay, we look at your math, your specific degree in which you received. So it's very important that, you come in strong, because you're competing with a lot of different, students and backgrounds, but we really walk you through. If you have questions and you want to reach out to us, we can, look at it, communicate with you, about how your application is in the process. Again, remember, we do not require the TOEFL nor the IELTS. So that's one test that you do not have to, have to think about at this time.
Well, that's one less query for everyone, that you don't have to think about all these tests. And that comes out and that brings up my next question. People have been asking, do they need to Duolingo go through Duolingo test as well?
No, Duolingo, IELTS, the IELTS, TOEFL, are not required. So you do not take that. We do not require that test.
That brings out another question. Do we have GRE minimum requirement for MS in CS?
For the computer science and engineering, the test scores are, we do not like give a minimum requirement. We want you to really hone in on your math, quantitative, your verbal, and analytics, right? So just concentrate on those areas. Look at the top scoring of that, and look at the midway and see how well you do. Again, I think speaking to us or sending us an email direct after you submit your application, we will be able to, review those for you. If we feel that, either too low or it's right there, please reach out to us. I think, during this presentation, it's pretty hard to like give you what, okay, is my scores right? Is this good enough? It's helpful to us for you to submit an online app and then have those conversations. If you have some doubt about them, we're happy to, help clear those for you.
Can I add something, Stacy, please?
Yes.
For the GRE test score, right? You can take as much as like many times as you want to. We will take your highest score. We will take your highest score. And right. we don't have like, there's any cutoff or anything at all. We are very flexible and we will work with you to get it done. Yeah.
Thank you, Sandra. That's great.
Yeah. Well, thank you both. And one of the questions which I can see on my screen is that is this program eligible for STEM OPT extension?
Well, we do have CPT. Mm-hmm. So those students who wish to work off campus, you would have to be a full-time student for 1 academic year in order to be eligible for CPT, right? Then after you graduate with your master's degree, you're eligible for the extension of OPT, working at the company that you interviewed with and successfully onboarded with, of 3 years of work eligibility. So our International Student Services Department, which is our global engagement department, work with our international students on the processes of being, eligible for CPT and further on for your OPT. So our students, international students, work very closely with this department, and we guide you along the way, again, on how to successfully be eligible for CPT and OPT. I hope that answered your question.
Well, definitely. And now I'm going to unmute one of our participants who's want to ask you directly. So, Jay, if you're there, please unmute yourself and go ahead with the query.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, welcome. Hi. Thank you for being here.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Ma'am, I have a question. I completed my graduation from India, and I have a question about English test like PT, IELTS, or if I want to admission in this university, then English test is required or not?
No, it's not required.
Not required.
Not required.
So then how we start our application?
You would go to our graduate scu.edu graduate engineering program, and there's a button says apply. Apply here, and you hit that button and you create a login ID and password. Okay, and then you would start. Yes, you would start the application process.
And how much application fee?
I can't hear you.
Application fee is $90.
$90, yes. And after our completed course, then we will get a work permit.
After you've successfully completed 24 units, that's 1 year, you would be eligible for CPT.
Okay. That's my question. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And yes, thank you.
Well, I hope, Jay, that answers your question. And now I'm going to unmute Sumit, who wants to talk to you directly. So, Sumit, if you're there, please go ahead with your query.
Yep. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Sandra.
Hi.
Yeah. So I just wanted to know, is there any minimum GRE score requirement for this university?
No, we don't advertise our minimum requirement. We ask all applicants, that are applying for the computer science and engineering to, do your best, and just, just take the exam. And if you have questions, I would highly suggest that you reach out to either Sandra or myself if you have any questions or doubts about them. So minimum requirements is not something that we, list up on our website, but we definitely work with students individually if they have questions about it or unsure.
All right. Okay. And so what's the meaning of CPT? I have not yet researched about it.
It's curricular training.
Thank you.
It means that that while you're enrolled as a student, you are eligible to do some work off campus. So it's CPT because it's curricular practical training, which means that it has everything to do with the curriculum that you are enrolled in, as opposed to OPT, which is optional after you graduate.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Welcome. Thank you.
All right. So for winter, we have the dates are from 7th of September to 14th of September. Is there any extension to that, or that's a strict deadline for application?
For international students, we have a strict deadline only because we would have to, you would have to apply for an I-20. So as an F1 student, we have to meet their deadlines through the Global Engagement Office. So it is very strict. We can't waiver that. So it's very important to submit an online application as soon as you can and submit your documents.
Right.
So that way, a positive, admissions is what we want here. Then we start working with you on getting or receiving your documents for the I-20 process.
Right. And what's the tuition fee for computer science master's program?
All of our master graduate programs is $1,121. So that's $1,121 per unit. The program is a 46-unit total program. So the academic year that's coming up for fall of 2022 to 2023 is $1,121.
Thanks a lot. That's all I had.
Okay, you're welcome.
Sumit, thank you so much for asking that. Now I'm gonna unmute Manoj. So Manoj, if you're here, please go ahead with your query. Yeah, hi Manoj.
Can I talk to madam?
Yeah, please go ahead with your query.
How many backlogs did you accept?
Can you repeat that, please? It was breaking up.
So what Manoj is asking, how many backlogs do you guys accept in the results or in the degrees?
Yes.
We accept students on a rolling basis, right? So we don't have cutoffs. Students apply. Students may decide to not go through the process. If you got a positive admissions and you need to defer to another quarter, you can do that as well. So what we call it is a rolling admissions, where we accept applications, and then if it doesn't work out for that quarter, we roll you to the next.
Yeah, we continue to, may I add something? Like we continue to, you know, it doesn't matter up to the deadline, you know, we continue to accept applicants and admit them whenever, you know, like on rolling basis, there's no like,
Cut off.
we continue to do so, yeah. So you don't have to worry about it, you know, but as long as you meet the deadline.
Okay. Thank you guys for answering that. Now I'm going to move on to our next participant. Kajal, if you're here with us, please go ahead with your query.
Yeah, hello. Am
Yeah.
I audible?
Yeah. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, hi Fenra. Hope
Hi,
you are
how are
doing
you?
good. Yeah, I just wanted to know what are the chances of a full ride scholarship at FAU? And if there's something the candidate needs to apply for an altogether another process to be eligible for it? And if yes, in case for that, what is the criteria or eligibility for the same?
I can answer that, Sandra. At this time, the graduate engineering programs do not offer any scholarships. At this time, students are, if admitted, they can apply for a teacher's assistant position with the department directly. Unfortunately, our area does not handle the TA process, which would work with the professor, and you would be granted 8 units, that's full time, of tuition assistance. Other than that, you know, you would definitely have to, you know, apply through the department once you receive an admissions status from us.
Okay, so I just wanted to confirm that there is no scholarship as such to get into FAU. It's just that once I get admitted to it, I can apply for TA or any research kind of a thing,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, I think it's Stacy, like every department has a different type of, you know, like internship or TA, you know, different type of position. So you have a lot of opportunity for different departments. Right. So you don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Right. And remember, we do have student assistants that work with departments on campus, the library, maybe, you know, in different departments. You can work on campus, but you cannot work off campus. So there's opportunities, you know, to work a minimum of 19 hours per week on campus. Then after your first year of completion of your 24 units, you can then apply for CPT. That's to work off campus. So there's different opportunities, but I really suggest the sooner, if Santa Clara is on your radar, your dream school, your #1 school, is to get that application in as soon as possible. Reach out to myself or Sandra, and we will be happy to walk you through. So if there's questions about your application, GRE for computer science and engineering, or if you know, trying to get a TA position with the department, we can connect you to the department, someone that can help you.
Thank you, Stacy, for answering that. And I guess there's one more participant who want to talk to you directly.
Sure.
Shri Varsha, if you're here with us, go ahead with your queries.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah, first of all, Sandra and Stacy, thank you so much for the lovely presentation that you have put up. It was very informative.
And you're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, this is Shri Varsha. And then I wanted to know, is there like the maximum number of courses that can be taken in one quarter?
Great question. Again, it's a total of 46 units to complete, but you can take up to 10 units per quarter.
Okay.
10 units, yes. So if you're trying to add, say, 2 more, you would have to get a special permission through your advisor to add anything additional units past that 10 unit requirement of enrollment.
Okay. So after 2 quarters, which is a year, we can work outside, right?
It's really 3 quarters.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because that's, 24 units. That's 8.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. 8
Yeah, I
each
got
quarter.
it.
One academic year. So which is like fall, winter, spring.
Yeah. That was my question. Thank you so much for answering.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Shri Varsha, for asking that. And I'm gonna ask you one more question. So people have been asking, what is the deadline for the spring applicants of for the university?
Sandra, can you put that the
deadline?
screen to the deadline page?
There we go. Spring, right there. Spring is February 10th.
So I guess this answers your question to all the students who have been asking about the deadlines for winter and spring as well.
Yes. The winter is September 7th, coming up pretty soon. Yeah. And the spring is February of next year.
Well, so you guys know what you have to do now. Just go to their website and click on apply now. And I'm so sorry to spam you with all these questions, but I just got one more question. So I'm going to ask you with that. So should we start a WES process right before application decision, or can we start WES process after we receive decision and apply with the official university transcript?
The WES should be, you should submit your mark sheets immediately to WES. You apply, submit your online app, submit your mark sheets to WES as soon as possible. That WES evaluation is part of the application process. We need that in order to provide you with a decision.
Thank you, Stacy, for answering all these questions for me and along with this for all these students. And thank you, Sandra, for such an informative session about this university. And to all those students whose queries still not answered or still have been pending, don't you worry. These guys will reach out, and the OB to all have your email IDs and contact details. So we will be reaching out after this session. So
I also want to add one more thing before you close and all the students leave. Those that are on this and reach out to me today or sometime this week or to Sandra, we will waive the application fee. This will help expedite the process. So, but you have to reach out to me or Sandra, and we will be happy. Once you submit it, we'll be happy to waive the application fee. And then that way you can start the process.
Well, that's a great news for all the students over here. So I guess the time you should definitely reach out to Sandra and Stacy, and you relieve to your application fee. So guys, I'll announce once more, there's a application fee waiver for everyone who has been in this webinar. You can reach out to Stacy and Sandra regarding this, and you'll be able to redeem that.
Yes.
So with this, we come to end of this session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and have a good day, everyone. Go ahead and stay safe.
Yeah, have a good day. Appreciate for your time.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.